Okay, so all of Stranger Things is set in the 1980s, and it opens up at Hawkins' lab, where we see a scientist running for dear life, only to seemingly get scooped up and eaten by something. Then, after that, we go to the house of one of the main characters, and we see our four other characters here, a group of young boys playing Dungeons and Dragons. So we have Mike, we have Will, Lucas, and Dustin. At one point, Will, in order to win the game, he had to roll a 13. They lose the dice, they go looking for it. They don't eventually find it, but he saw that he rolled a 7. So he told Mike, hey, I rolled a 7. Then he said, the Demigorgon got me. But then after that, they just race home on their bikes. They're late to go home. So they race home on their bikes. Will cuts through Hawkins' lab, falls off after seeing some kind of figure in the road. That figure then chases him home, appears behind him, a bright light flashes, and now he's gone too. Then after this, we meet his mother Joyce and his brother Jonathan the next day. They find out that Will didn't seem to come home. They couldn't find him in his room. And when they call over to Mike's family, they find out that he didn't spend the night there, that he did leave there at some point. Then we go to the school and we get to meet Barb, Nancy's friend. Nancy is Mike's sister, and so we see Barb, and Barb will come into play later. Poor Barb. And then after that, we get introduced to another character, Steve, while his tongue is down Nancy's throat in a high school bathroom. So, that's lovely. But then we meet Hopper at the police station, and Joyce is already there. She's coming to report her missing son, as any parent would. But of course, Hopper undervalues the seriousness of this, saying, we are in small town Hawkins. What can happen that's bad in a small town? Well, right away, we see after some girl in some kind of lab gown. And she runs into a restaurant, and then when the guy catches her eating the food, the owner of the restaurant, and mistakes her for a boy at first, he decides to actually help her because then he sees that she's not a boy, she is a girl. Yay for benevolent sexism. And then we do see Eleven use her powers for the first time, and this person eventually does call social services. They come later that night to try to get 11, but wait, that wasn't social services. They off this nice man who was just trying to help for absolutely no reason, but thankfully 11 escapes. And right after that, to end episode 1, we see the gang, we see them searching in the woods, in the dark, hoping to find their friend. Instead, they find 11.